You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. Get addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HD content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey everybody, come on in. Welcome to the hood table one more again. Make sure you all hit the like button and also hit the share button and also hit the subscribe button if you are not already subscribed to the hood table. And for those of you who are not already members of the hood table squad membership, feel free to hit the join button as well to join the membership group, the membership squad program that we have. All you gotta do is click the join button, and YouTube and Google will take care of that from there. But again, everybody come on in, hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Welcome to the hood table. As you can see, hold on, somebody's texting me about the show. Okay. Sorry, somebody was texting me about the show tonight. Anywho, as you can see by the title of this show tonight, it is called Omaha Teen Elijah Walsh. Well, actually, I should change that. Let me change that. Because it's actually, I think he actually lived in Bellevue, or at least that's where it happened at. But for right now, I'll just leave it Omaha Teen. I'll just change it to Bellevue later. But he was stabbed to death by a homeowner by the name of Luis Valadez while trying to steal a car. Now, I am going to read you the article real quick. The latest article that I saw was on July 25th, and I got it from KTV. And it was basically from an interview that they had did with the mother of Elijah. She had, decided to speak out. And one thing that she had mentioned on the article or in the interview was that Elijah might have been doing the wrong things, but there was opportunity for change, and that guy just took it away. The reason why she said that, I'll go on to the article. In Bellevue, Nebraska, says Jasmine Ferguson, who is Elijah's mother, who is also in the process of moving to Ohio. She said being in Omaha is hard for her because everything reminds her of her son, Elijah Walsh. She said it has been very difficult. Instead of him coming with her to move out of town to Ohio, she has to pack up his stuff and carry her stuff with her instead. According to the police, Elijah Walsh and another teen were attempting to steal a car in a Bellevue neighborhood in April. And prosecutors said homeowner Luis Valadez heard the commotion. He grabbed a knife and he stabbed the 17-year-old Elijah Walsh during a confrontation. Now, his mother said he might have been doing the wrong things, but there was opportunity for change, and that guy just took it away. Police said that Walsh tried to drive away, but crashed a different stolen car into a house at 7600 block of South 48th Street. Police arrested Valadez 3 months later. So this happened in April. Police just arrested him 3 months later, recently, and they are now charging him with manslaughter and use of a weapon to commit a felony. They said, his mother, she said, especially with what's happening in Omaha, Nebraska, with all these young kids, they're getting killed over property. This story stood out for me And probably mainly because, and thanks for everybody coming in. Please like the video, share the video, and chime in the conversation. If you would like to come onto the screen with me, especially if you know Elijah personally or, you know, are close to this story, please feel free to let me know and I'll bring you onto the live screen with me so we can discuss it. But this particular story, it stuck out to me because of the most recent thing that we are still protesting with in our city is the murder that took place downtown. And a lot of people you know about that situation with James Scurlock and with Jake Gardner, the bar owner, who had told people on social media ahead of that night, a little while back, about a month or so back, that he was going to be strapped and loaded and waiting on somebody to come downtown and even try to mess around with his property. And then later, James got down there. They were protesting. He ends up shooting James. And a lot of people are still protesting because of the fact that they feel like, okay, it's a restaurant. It's a bar. Even if it was your pride and joy, even if you build it brick by mortar, I mean, it's a piece of property. That property that you should have insurance on could have been taken care of. James Scurlock could still be here. And Jake, from what I heard, who left town, I don't know if it was in fear of retaliation or whatnot, but right after he got out of jail, after they let him off, it was said, allegedly, that he left town. He skipped town. Now, so he can still be here running his bar. But then again, on the flip side, a lot of people is on Jake's side because they feel like, well, if them looters wouldn't have been down there, if they wouldn't have been, you know, looting or breaking up windows or whatever. And, you know, there are some people who are alleging that James was actually tearing up or destroying property, and some were alleging that he wasn't. But I wasn't there. So, you know, I can't attest to any of that. I'm just saying allegedly. There are claims, there are witnesses on both sides. And with this particular story, it's not the exact same situation, but a young man was murdered over, once again, property. Now, I'm kind of confused here because I know in certain areas they have the stand your ground laws and things like that, but it just seems like a lot of people is taking this out of control to me. Now, y'all can chime in and let me know how y'all feel about it. And yes, I understand the child was doing something that he should not have been doing. So I'm not taking away from that. I'm not sticking up for the crime that he did, saying he was innocent. And you know what I'm saying? He deserves some type of punishment, but I don't think it was murder. And I was reading the posts and I was reading like on the blogs and reading the comments, and a lot of people was like, well, he wouldn't have been still in the car. He would be able to live to see another day. And why is the man being charged? He was protecting his property. Woo, 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 woo. And then it said that he was even trying to leave, that the young man, Elijah Walsh, the 17-year-old, you know, had tried to steal the car. Then he tried to leave in another stolen car, and he was trying to get away, but then there was an altercation, a confrontation, and the man, the property owner, Luis, he grabbed a knife and he stabbed him to death. So this is what the story is. I did reach out to a few people to see if they would actually want to come in and speak about this. Hey, Deanna. Hey, Boo. I'm sorry I'm up here. I didn't even have the comments on. I didn't even see all y'all in the chat. Hey, Onside April. Hey, Miss Sislo. If y'all want to discuss this, I'm going to drop the link. If anybody want to discuss this, like my question to y'all tonight is, let me make sure I say hello to everybody. Onside April, Miss Sislo, Deanna, Harper Sean. What's up, Harper Sean? She is part of the Hood Table Member Squad. And so is Miss Sislo. Thank you for joining the Hood Table Member Squad. If you want to jump on that link, feel free to click that link and jump up on the screen and let me know how you feel about this. Like, It's always three sides to every story. And from what we know, or what has been given to us, this young 17-year-old boy, he was in the wrong trying to steal a car. But it was said that he tried to get away, but I guess maybe the homeowner wanted to try to catch him, wanted to try to punish him for what he tried to do. And it was like he was trying to get away. That's my whole thing here. He was trying to get away, allegedly. That's what they saying. Allegedly, he was trying to get away, but the homeowner felt the need to take action, a lethal action, and stab him to death. I don't understand. I mean, I get when you're trying to protect your property. Now, to me, if somebody was to come up in my crib, come up in the space that is supposed to be my safe haven, and they trying to, I don't know, steal something, attack me. You don't know, even if they come up in here to steal some TVs, you don't never know, because sometimes when burglars see people in the home, they go after them and they try to attack them. So you don't never know how it's going to play out. In a situation like that, heck yeah, I'm grabbing the nearest thing, the most lethal thing, and I'm going to protect me and mine. But for a car that's sitting outside that somebody is trying to steal, and you run out there with a knife and kill the young man, and again, I'm not taking up for what he did. I'm sure not taking up for what he did. So I don't want nobody to get it twisted now. He was in the wrong. He deserved to be punished. Shoot, even maybe some jail time. Shoot, I don't know how many people. When we was growing up, everybody I knew was stealing cars. Everybody I knew was doing something, including me. I wasn't stealing no cars, but I was doing other things. And I used to get in trouble from time to time. Sure, I didn't spend my share of time in court and with the police. You know, that was back in the day. But if we were doing something wrong like that and somebody came out and stabbed us or shot us, it's like, where do you draw the line with protecting your property, especially if your property should be insured anyway? Like if somebody was to steal my car outside, we got cars outside in the driveway, me and my son and I. If somebody was to come out, if I was to see somebody outside stealing my car, I might run out there screaming and yelling and, trying to, get my car. I might do that. I might run out there. But if they seem like they still trying to steal the car and whoop, I'll probably call the cops. 9/11, somebody trying to steal my wheels, somebody trying to steal my whip, somebody trying to steal white chocolate. Help! But I'm not running outside with no knife or running outside with no gun to shoot or maim someone over something that can be totally replaced. Now, again, some people feel a different way. Some people feel like, the owner, he didn't do anything wrong. That the homeowner, he didn't do anything wrong. And that the young man got what he deserved. That's how some people feel. He got what he deserved. He should have had his butt somewhere else. Some people even was like, well, if he would have had a job, if he get out there and get a job, he probably wouldn't have been stealing no cars if he would have found something else productive to do with his time. So, a lot of people have a lot of things to say, as and that's their right. It's your right to have your opinion. I just don't feel like it's okay just for us. I don't know. Something is happening in this world lately. Well, people just feel like they have a right to put somebody in the ground sometimes over nothing that major. Nothing. I can't imagine shooting somebody or killing somebody over a vehicle. It doesn't make sense to me. Thank you, Deanna. Tell them to like the video, please, hon. Like and share the video. I already know your country self down there in Mississippi. I done seen you walking around with your piece on your hip. Let me take a drink on that.
Hey,
Yes.
anything?
Hey, Miss Sislo, how are you doing this evening?
Hey, honey. Long time, long time.
I know. I was going to text you. Matter of fact, I sure was. I was going to inbox you and see if you wanted to come on tonight. But how do you feel about this situation?
You know what? Let me say, I really think that we've gotten to the point to where we have a, an administration that has pretty much told people or showed people you can do anything you want to do. You can react how you want to react. You can take the law into your own hands. We can send a federal uh, police or what have you in to take over your city. We can defund the police. We can do this or that. So now we've gotten to the point to where people are starting to be vigilantes. They're starting
Mm-hmm.
to bring justice to their own situations,
Mm-hmm.
and and actually the justice is injustice. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have so many rallies and marches going on now, because people are bringing things into their own hands because they see that the police and are doing it, and not there's nothing being done about it, and the president is in so many ways encouraging people to do it. So
Mm-hmm.
this is, yeah, lives just
A
don't
lot of people
matter.
feel that he kind of like opened up the floodgates of hate, like as if we didn't have enough problems in society. But a lot of people feel like he opened up a floodgates of hate, more hate, I should say. Once he took over in the big house.
Yeah. He actually introduced the fact that it is okay to be hateful. It's okay to be ornery. It's okay to be evil. It's okay to be egotistical,
Mm-hmm.
selfish, self-centered. Anytime you have a president, this man is supposed to be charismatic, classy, lead with some sort of
Dignity.
dignity or something. And this man gets on Twitter, and the Democrats is being this, and you can thank them for that, and you can do that. I mean, just some of the stuff excuse me for saying, but it sounds like trailer trash talk coming
Mm,
from a president. It's classless. And
mhm,
so you have monkey see as monkey does as monkey sees, and that's what, all of the people that think like he thinks, act like he acts, they have a leadership, a man after their own hearts, and they are
mhm,
mimicking his personalities, they're mimicking his behavior, and there you have it. And
mhm.
it's not going to stop. He's inciting a war, a race war first,
Mhm.
and
I
then it's a war against right and wrong. And
yeah.
that's exactly what's going on. You can't just take whether the child was leaving or not. It's a car. It's a piece of property. And even though, yes, it's yours and you worked hard for it or whatever, you don't have a right to take the child's life. That's not right.
It
That's
is.
not right at all.
I know.
And you call them, that's what the law is supposed to be for.
Yeah, I think a lot of people over the last few years is taking the law into their hands, and I think they feel comfortable. I really do think people feel too comfortable with taking the law into their own hands. That's what I believe. Just like the police, they are the law, but they feel too comfortable to kill black people, and thus Black Lives Matter. They feel too comfortable because they know they will most likely 9 times out of 10 get off.
Yeah, they become judge and jury. So
Right.
law, the vigilante has become the police, and the police the judge and jury.
Yeah. And
It's
again, I what he did was wrong. It was wrong. If you steal a car, if you steal from a store, if you steal from somebody's house, if you rob somebody for their purse, it's all wrong. It's all wrong.
Absolutely.
But I just feel like with the way that this situation happened, where the man could have easily called the cops and said somebody's out here trying to steal my car. Then once the car is driven away, call the insurance company, somebody stole my car. But to go out and murder somebody over a piece of metal is not worth somebody's life. That's just how I feel. But there are people who feel a certain way and they like he got everything he deserved. He got everything he deserved, and it's his fault. He should have been, on the good foot, somewhere else doing, something else. And I'm gonna just read a few of the comments from some of the groups that I posted this in to get people's feedback. Somebody said they're sorry for this woman's loss, for the mother, and I am too. I am sorry for their loss. I personally know whose child that is. I don't have a personal relationship with them, but I know them personally. You know what I mean? We're like an associate, acquaintance, something like that. But they said they know the mother is a grieving mother, and she totally glosses over the fact that her son was doing something wrong. He died doing something senseless. When I was in high school, my friend's brother got shot and killed. This is a comment I'm reading from somebody else. They said, when I was in high school, my friend's brother got shot and killed for trying to steal something. Both deaths were senseless, and they both died over something that didn't belong. Regardless, if he was wrong and trying to get away or not, he did die over something senseless, and the man did murder over something senseless. I believe that's just what I believe. But yeah, her friend's brother and this young guy, Elijah, I do believe their deaths probably didn't have to happen. It probably didn't have to happen. And it was a senseless death and senseless murder. Somebody else said they feel for the mother who loses a child, but her son had the opportunity to walk away when he saw the owner, and better yet, use all that energy towards working to purchase the car. That part, I agree too. He should have used the opportunity to walk away when he saw the owner, and he could have used more energy towards working to purchase his own car. I agree with that as well. I'm gonna read one more comment. Somebody else said a thought. Instead of saying that he got killed over property, what about they are placing their lives in jeopardy over property? Is it worth it? No, absolutely not.
Right, and I agree. I agree with the fact that he should not have put his life on the line for anything. I mean, no one should put their lives on the line to commit any type of crime.
Right.
But two wrongs definitely don't make it right. It's like kids. Something we can do the best that we can do to raise them to be the best and most productive individuals that they can possibly be. But they are going to err is human, and they are going to do things contrary to what we have raised them to be and what we have taught them to be. However, we would like to think that the judicial system will be able to go through due process and not, be judged and convicted by the streets, and which is happening. Not just by police, is by the civilians or whomever. So yeah, I mean, he should not have been broken the law. He shouldn't have been doing anything illegal in the first place. He probably should have been under a curfew or something to that nature. But
yeah. And I feel what you're saying too. Hey, JustNet. Hey, everybody who just came on in. Make sure you like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. And if anybody wants to hit that link in the chat, the StreamYard link, if you want to jump on the screen and give your comment on this story, feel free. But yeah, the thing about it is, who knows? This child could have been still in the car. But who knows? If he wouldn't have been murdered, He could have probably been arrested, could have probably went to jail, could have probably got some counseling, some mentoring, and could have changed his life around. And maybe instead of stealing cars, he could be building cars, or he could be doing something else, smarter with his life, or with his, turn over a new leaf. But he didn't have that chance. So I feel what a mother was saying when she said, that homeowner took that chance away from them. These kids are getting killed over property. And again, I might not have even spoke up about this story, except for the fact that it's still fresh in our minds, and really fresh still for the family of James Scurlock, who was killed a couple of months ago at a protest by a bar owner who was said to be prejudiced. He was said to be prejudiced, and he also had posted on social media that he was going to be strapped. And on top of that, the man didn't even have a license. His license had expired. He used to have a concealed weapon license, but then his concealed weapons license was expired and he didn't renew it. And the gun was concealed, and the police still let him off. Now they're still protesting for that. They still, trying to get the authorities to bring charges against that man for that young man's murder. But that's the reason why I felt like I had to talk about it, because I do feel like people are just killing people just to be killing people, especially when it's over some property, something that could be, easily replaced. But that's just how I feel about it. Again, if anybody else wants to come on the show and jump on the stream, all you gotta do is hit the link and jump on the stream. Let's see. Cedric said, also, is there more to the story than we know that these two have dealings on the back end that we don't know? I don't know. From what I know, the young man was from Omaha. They was in Bellevue stealing cars. That's what I know only. Just Ness said we need to work much harder with training our children better. And I'm not going to ask how old you are and you're doing something messed up on my property. I get that. I do get that part, Just Net. I really do. When you saying asking you how old you are, because what did I say the other day when we was talking about these really, really older people messing around with these really, really young people? I was like, some of these kids in high school, shoot, they running around looking like oxen. These young men's lifting all these weights, playing all these sports, and they looking like whole grown 25-year-old, 30-year-old men, some of them. So yeah, I get when you're talking about you're not going to go outside and be like, how old are you? Let me see your driver's license. What age are you?
And we don't know what type of day Mr. Valadez had. We don't know, how frustrated he may have been, how many break-ins and how many times his cars might have been stolen, and how much has been taken from him, how overwhelmed he was. Not to say that would give anyone any good reason to take a life, but you don't understand how frustrated you can become after trying so hard and replacing so much, and it seems like life is picking on you. And that just was not the day. That was just, I can understand being under that kind of stress.
Yeah. And that's why I always say it's three sides to every story. This is going to head to trial. It took them 3 months. I don't know why it took them 3 months, but it took them 3 months. Maybe they was just doing some investigation and trying to see if the man deserved to be charged, if it was self-defense, if it was, or if he had every right to do what he did. But for those who don't know, it did happen in Sarpy County. It happened on April 22nd. Oh, that's my oldest son's birthday. But it happened on April 22nd around 1 a.m. in Bellevue. The young man, he was stabbed inside a vehicle at the time. Bellevue police said they had been contacted by a resident in Bellevue who reported that he had stabbed one of the two males breaking into his vehicle near his home. That call to police was made around 1 a.m. They said a few minutes later, around 1:10 a.m., so 10 minutes after the police call, they said Walsh, the young man, crashed their vehicle into a house a few blocks away. He had been stabbed and died at the scene. And
Yeah.
he said that the
So
vehicle,
yeah, it sounds like a spontaneous type of reaction. You
yeah,
know, that he may have like stabbed him trying to stop him, or not to say again that was,
but see,
but
again though, he didn't even steal the car. He was driving away. They said what happened was he was trying to steal the car, and then he tried to get away, but the man attacked him when he was trying to get
so he wasn't in the guy's car. He was in a
he
different.
wasn't even. Yeah, he was in a different car, a car that had been stolen 2 days ago. Ironically, he tried to escape in another stolen car. But yeah, so they charging him for manslaughter, up to 20 years, and use of a deadly weapon. Carries a penalty to 1 to 50 years. So this is very sad on all sides. On all sides, it's very sad. It's very sad. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Just Nat said we live in a time where you got to react because it might be you. Mm-hmm. And stabbing is upfront and personal. Meth heads is more to this story. Yeah, I think it is possibly more to this story, Alicia. Hey, Alicia, how you doing? I think there's a little more to this story. Alicia Jackson said that they know each other. I'm not sure, Alicia. I'm not sure. But yep, manslaughter. Yeah, that's what they said. They said manslaughter, Cedric. That's what they're charging him with. Yep, they said manslaughter carries a penalty of up to 20 years, and use of a deadly weapon carries a penalty of 1 to 50 years. So he's charged for two. It's 2 charges. So he could get basically up to 50. That's but I don't know. I have a feeling that he ain't gonna get nothing. I just have a feeling. It's just something in the air that's I don't know. Probably from what we've been witnessing a whole lot lately, with people getting off for things like that. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But I just wanted to talk to y'all about this real quick because it was deep on my mind. And, you know, again, I know whose child this is. And the person whose child this is, I know they've been going through a lot. I can't imagine that being my child either. But again, he was in the wrong. He has stolen the car. The car he got away in or tried to get away in was also stolen a few days ago. So he was in the wrong. I wish there was a little more I wish things would have happened differently. I wish, he wouldn't have been out there at that time. I wish he would have had some other extracurricular activities to do. I don't want to put this on parents. A lot of time we put a lot of stuff on parents. And I always say that because I always say I don't want to put this on parents, because anybody who knows me personally know that me, my brothers, my cousins, a lot of people I hung around with in North Omaha, we did a lot of things that we shouldn't have done when we was growing up. And we were raised in the church. We spent almost every single day in church up until we turned teenagers. I mean, every day darn near in church. I mean, we read our Bibles all the time. Our parents had us praying. They taught us to pray. My mother raised us right. But sometimes you get out there and you meet certain people and you just start doing different things. You start doing things. Luckily, it didn't take me too much longer. Around, I don't know, I want to say 22, 23, I finally was like, I don't want to go to prison. I don't want to, I just had a baby. I was like, hey, I'm done with the streets. I'm going to focus on raising my child. I'm going to focus on going to college. I'm going to focus on, doing what I'm supposed to do, and do right. So a lot of people, they get that chance. Sometimes things happen to you or have to happen to you for you to get that chance and for you to finally get on the right road. But a lot of people don't get that chance, you know. So I hope, you know, this is a message for a lot of people, especially those who are out there still stealing cars. Like, I don't even think people stole cars like that anymore. Like, I didn't even think people still stealing cars like that anymore. But you know what? Ain't nothing new under the sun. I guess, you know, the same thing people did when we was younger, they still doing, they gonna continue doing. Everybody, again, make sure you please like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. The kids out here, the ones who need to be reached, try to reach them. Try to reach them. If you see kids out here going the wrong direction, try to reach them. Don't stop trying. Don't stop trying. Don't stop trying to reach them, because there's always a chance. There's always a chance that they are going to listen. The one day they are going to listen, and they won't end up in a situation like this. They won't end up in a situation like James Scurlock and like a lot of other young people who are out there, you know. Hold on, let me highlight Deborah's comment. Who are out there doing these things, stealing cars and selling drugs and breaking and entering and all these things that they know they're not supposed to be doing, that I'm sure they weren't raised to do, you know. Try to reach these kids. Try to reach these kids. Continue to reach them. Continue to try to reach them. You said, why are people willing to die with property? That, you know, that's a good question. That's a good question. But, you know, to that question, I would have to say, when we were out there in the streets, I never did think that I was going to die. Nan day, nan time that we was out there. I never thought that any of my relatives was going to die. I never thought that any of my friends was going to die. And we done been in some sticky situations growing up, and I never think that it's a possibility I'm going to die tonight. So I think a lot of kids, they think they invincible. They think they tough. They think they invincible. They think that they can do things and they can continue to get away with things. And sometimes it takes something very bad happening for some people to wake up. Yes, times are different now. And that's why I say, if you see a kid out here going a wrong direction, stay on them. Keep trying to reach them. Because the thing is, Deborah's right, times are different right now. The thing is, nowadays, people are, like we were saying earlier with Miss Sislow when she jumped on the live stream, a lot of people is trying to be the judge and juror right now. A lot of them are. I mean, everybody has a gun nowadays. Everybody has a gun. You look at them wrong, they're gonna shoot you. You step on their shoe, they're gonna shoot you. You road rage, they're gonna shoot you. You run into them on accident with your car, they're gonna shoot. I mean, it's a lot of people out here that's just taking the law into their own hands, even in these states that don't have to stand the ground rules. So it is, times are different now, and a lot of people, you know that it got worse since what's his face got into office 4 years ago. So like I said, I think just a floodgate of a lot more deep hatred just rolled out once that he was, you know, declared president. Not my president. I will continue to say that, not my president. But you said, you know, cars are lifted for the black market, but as far as kids in general, I was shocked. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I was surprised that kids. I don't remember the last time when I heard of a kid stealing a car. I just don't. And Cedric, you know, Omaha was just like some of the bigger cities back in the day. Cars were stolen every single day. Like, cars was like, they were stolen all the time. So I mean, people was people was jacked for their cars at the gas stations, at the grocery store with kids in them, all kind of stuff. But they weren't often killed in the act. But you know what? Again, this is a lesson. This is a lesson for everyone, for these kids out here, for these even grown-ups who are out here doing stuff like this, still stealing cars, messing with people's property, because some people will feel like you are worth that, you know, your life is worth losing over their property. I know somebody said in the chat they're gonna come out shooting. They gonna come out shooting. I don't think I would do that over a car, but let it somebody be messing with me or my children or family or something like that. Yeah, but me, I'm just being honest. I probably would run out there and try to snatch my car, try to get them off my car. I'll put up a fight. We will be fighting. We will be banging. But I don't think I'm gonna shoot them or stab them to death or anything like that. But sometimes things happen and it's so quick and you just make moves, and sometimes those moves is not always the best moves. And I still think that I don't think the life was worth losing over a car. And I don't think this man, him risking his freedom was worth this man losing his life. So on both ends, it's a tragedy on both ends, but we'll see how it play out. Again, I just have a feeling that it's going to work out in the favor of the man, of the property owner who stabbed the young boy to death. I just have a feeling, but you never know. You never know how it can play out. But I will keep you updated if I hear anything else. If somebody reaches out to me that's near and close to the story and they want to come on the show and discuss it, they are more than welcome to. Any story that we discuss, I always say people are free to come on the show and discuss the story if they are close to the story or might be involved or anything like that. But y'all, what we about to do right now, I don't know if Ask April is in the chat. Let me go to her page real quick, her YouTube channel, because Ask April is having a content creator celebration tonight for great YouTube content creators. So a lot of us in the chat are content creators. If there are still people in the chat who are YouTubers, who are content creators and have their own channel and upload content regularly, please feel free to drop your links in the chat. Y'all know I don't never mind having y'all do that. But let me look up her channel real quick. Ask April, because that's where we are heading. Ask April. She is one of the coolest YouTubers that I know. She is so very supportive. I mean, she supports a lot of people. She does makeup. She does beauty. She does a lot of different things. So if y'all want to check her out, I'm going to put her link in the chat. Let's see. 1 second. And she did share my video. Thanks for sharing my video. I think Deanna shared my video. I saw a few other people share my video too. This video that we're doing right now. So thank you so much. I appreciate you sharing the video. It means a lot to us YouTubers. I'm putting the link in the chat right now. So this link that I'm putting in the chat right now, make sure you check her out. That's Ask April. Check her out. She is going live at 9 o'clock. And she's such a sweetheart. She had announced this morning that she was having a celebration of great content creators tonight at 8 p.m. And I told her in her chat, I said, I'll be there afterwards because I have a show at 8 p.m. So I'll be there afterwards. If you still live, I'll pop in afterwards. And she said, no, because I want you there. So she moved her show to 9 p.m. And I was like, you ain't got to do that, girl. Not for me. But Alicia said, no, Deborah said, we don't know the details yet. People have a right to protect their property, work and earn what you want instead of trying to take from others and what they have worked on. And that is a good lesson. That is a message. That's a message. That's what I'm trying to say to these young people out there, because some people do feel that your life is not worth living if you are messing with a property. So them out there who still stealing cars and doing different things, that's illegal. Some people don't feel like you should live to see another day. So yeah, lesson learned, child. Lesson learned. Let's see. So I just let me highlight the link. So Ask April, that is her link. If you click on that link, you can go to her channel. You can subscribe to her YouTube channel. She is going live at 9 p.m. Even if you are not a YouTuber, if you're not a content creator, please show her some love. She just got monetized. She's been working on getting her channel monetized for a long time. She's finally got monetized by YouTube, so she can make some coins on YouTube. And again, she is a great content creator, especially if you in beauty and makeup. Like, I'm not all into beauty and makeup. I do my little powder, my little liquid foundation, my little eyeliner, a little eyeshadow every now and then. But I'm not really into makeup. But yeah, she's a great content creator. So I am heading over there to support her. Her show is at 9 p.m. So with that being said, again, everybody, make sure you like and share the video. Friday night, remember, Friday Night Live is at 9 o'clock on my channel. We go live over here at 9 p.m. every Friday. And basically, we talk about whatever. No topics off limit. No holds barred. We talk about everything. Every and anything on Friday Night Live. So if you have a topic, something that you've been wanting to talk about, a story that you saw in the paper, in the media, a TV show, a movie, life, family, whatever. We talk about everything on Friday Night Lives. So feel free to tune in on Friday Night Lives at 9 p.m. on my channel. Now, who was that who said, Alicia, you said you can't see the link? You can't see the link? Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I just dropped the link like 4 times. You can't see it? And I clicked on the link from my cell phone and it took me right to April's channel. So yeah, I dropped her link like 3 or 4 times. Can you see it now? No. You have to look in it's right here. I'm going to post it again. Right there. You know what? I'm going to do this too. Okay, I'm going to go on my community wall. This is what I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to go to my community wall and let's see. I'm going to click on her video. I'm going to like her video because that is just common courtesy when you go into a chat. You like the video and you share the video. So I'm going to copy her link. And I'm going to create a post on my community wall. So, Alicia, I'm creating a post on my community wall right now. So if you go to my community wall, I will have the link over there to Ask April's channel as well. And again, if any YouTubers or content creators are in my chat right now, feel free to drop your link to your YouTube channel if you want other people to check out your channels as well, okay? So anybody who's going to be over in Ask April's, I will see y'all over there in 9 minutes. Ask April is monetized, y'all. So it's not only a celebration of great content creators on YouTube, but it's also a celebration for Ask April to finally be monetized. And man, it was so emotionally moving when I found out that she was monetized. She was on her video and she was crying, and it's been a long road for Ask April. She had a whole bunch of issues with her channel. YouTube kept messing up on her monetization, and they were sending her through some stuff, y'all. They boy, it was a headache. It was a long time coming, but she finally got monetized. And I pray that they pay her back all the way back to when she should be monetized. So hopefully they'll do that just like they do with disability insurance. They pay you all the way back. But anywho, I'm about to post her post on my community wall. So y'all head on over there, okay? I'm about to refill my cup. And then I will join y'all over there on Ask April channel at 9 p.m. In the meantime, in the between time, y'all stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces.